Fnatic are on the Nexus toast. They've caught tabs. This is them going to the finals.
Low there, actually he's going to get hooked into it. There's a slow as well. He goes down. That is an open Nexus now for them to finish off. And it's going to be an El Clasico final here in the spring split.
Oh, look, it's a double kill for Genja. Unlimited gets pounced on. Diamond gets himself a kill in towards. It's a triple kill. He's going to go towards it. Forgiven goes down into Quadra. Can they get the Penta on Youngbook? One more shot. It's a Penta kill for Genja.
Winning the split would be really huge for us.
It's gonna be quite tense for me since they're my old team.
We already won 2 splits and now we're going for the 3rd one.
I hope it will go 5 games and then the better team's gonna take it.
And he kind of was spotted Spencer. He'd go low there. Actually, he's going to get hooked. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final day of the European League Championship Series Spring Playoffs. We're coming to you live from our studio in Cologne, Germany. I'm Joe Miller, alongside Lee Demon Smith, and today we crown one team the King of Spring and send them to represent Europe in the upcoming All-Star Invitational in Paris, France.
And it is a classic battle for the title featuring longtime rivals SK Gaming and Fnatic. But before the final, Alliance and Roccat will put pride on the line as they fight to finish in the top 3.
Well, first of all, let's talk about yesterday's action. We had some fantastic games as both semi-finals and the 5th place match went the distance to 3 games in every series. The first matchup featured Fnatic taking on Alliance, and that series was decided by objectives.
Yeah, when Alliance got outmaneuvered by Fnatic in the last match, it fell to Froggen. He couldn't quite carry on Frizz though.
Next up, of course, was SK Gaming against Roccat, and Roccat came out with a very convincing game 1 and looked to sweep the series, but SK came back strong and managed to win 2 in a row.
Yeah, Roccat absolutely exploded against SK with a clear plan to shut down Svenskeren and make Jesus a non-factor. But when SK adapted their picks and bans and identified Rockat's strategies, they were simply unable to use their superior team tactics, and they completely shut down the Polish powerhouse.
And we closed out yesterday's games with Gambit facing the Copenhagen Wolves in a battle for 5th. There was a lot on the line for both teams, but after 3 very long games, Gambit came out on top.
Yeah, it was a back and forth battle that saw the Wolves dominating the first game, but falling behind in the next 2. We even saw Genja pick up the first pentakill of the 2014 LCS in an epic ending to Game 2. The Copenhagen Wolves, well, this loss means that they will be fighting to hold on to their LCS spot in the summer promotion tournament, which is happening next week.
Now let's take a look at some of your favorite hashtag LCS big plays from those matches. First up is the man mode dive by Cyanide from Game 1 of Fnatic vs Alliance.
Yeah, this came in from @KansPL. He says that Kazakh God jumps into a 5-man brush. It's like a casual Friday. This was your 3rd most talked about play.
Alliance are trying to pull a Fnatic bush, and it's been spotted!
Cyanide leaps straight in towards it. Froggen tries to get in amongst them with that Defile. He goes down. Everybody now needs to evacuate the area. There's gonna Wish. There's the Requiem following it through. There's no damage coming out though. They haven't even got enough damage to deal with Cyanide, who's just bouncing on towards them. Monsoon blows tab straight into Fnatic, into the jaws, and they pounce on through.
Cyanide tanking everyone up for days after doing that. Next, we have one of the many hooks landed by Vander in Roccat versus SK's Game 1. This comes from Bird, and he said, when the time comes for LCS big plays, just roll a clip of all the hooks that Vander made in this game. That should do it. This is your 2nd most talked about play. Candy Panda was spotted. Svenskeren did go low there. Actually, he's going to get hooked into it. There's the slow as well. He goes down. The box can come into the equation, and that super mega death rocket as the hook lands onto Enraged. Gonna knock him back here as he stands on the chompers. Gonna get slowed as well as a cocoon comes down. He's using intervention on himself. It's not gonna be enough to save his life as Svenskeren comes in the side. The flay comes down, but Svenskeren is gonna pay the price here, surely. Yes, he is. It's Sullivan that gets the kill.
Just shows why SK continued to ban out Thresh against Vander. You cannot let it through. And finally, your most talked about moment was, of course, Genja's game-winning pentakill. And this came from Game 2 of Gambit versus the Copenhagen Wolves. It came in from @GustavoPoo, and he said, 1 man, 1 eyebrow, 5 kills. This was your #1 LCS big play. Baron down to half health. There's the mines being thrown out. Bouncing bombs again. Amazing jump straight into the team. He's taken down so quick though. It's going to be Genja that does the damage. Eddie is taken out of this one. The stun comes out, but look at it, it's a double kill for Genja. Unlimited gets pounced on. Diamond gets himself a kill in towards. It's a triple kill. He's going to go towards it. Forgiven goes down. It's a quadra. Can they get the penta on Youngbook? One more shot. It's a pentakill for Genja. And would you believe Gambit Gaming?
A first pentakill of the LCS, and just goes to show what happens when Genja buys a last whisper.
Absolutely.
Finally. Remember, guys, you can send us your favorite plays from the matches by tweeting them to @LOLesports with the hashtag LCSBigPlays. So let's move on and take a quick look at our games today in the playoff bracket. Our first matchup has Alliance and Rockout as the two defeated teams from yesterday's semifinals, and they will face each other in the third place match.
Yeah, and as the two winning teams from those semi-finals, SK Gaming and Fnatic move into the championship game to compete in a best-of-5 for first place and to represent Europe at the All-Star Invitational in Paris.
And remember, you can keep track of your favorite players and teams through stats, VODs of past games, and much more at LOLesports.com. That's also where you'll find our schedule of upcoming matches.
Yeah, while you're there, tell us who you think will win in each series today. Just submit your picks and we'll check in before the first game in each matchup to see how you voted. And while you're there, also subject your voting. You've already chosen the players who you were thinking going to be making to the All-Stars. We also want to know the two All-Star Challenge teams, of course, the two players to go alongside them. This week, you can submit your votes to pick those two former pros to join those single teams for the Hexaco game that will be happening during All-Stars.
Just log on to vote.lolesports.com and pick 2 of the 5 candidates, including our own North American shoutcaster, Jack. Should definitely vote for him. And former European World Champion, Shushay. The 2 who get the most votes will join those All-Star Challenge teams in a 6v6 Hexakill match on the Rift.
Yeah, the All-Star event is going to be exciting, that's for sure. But don't forget that our summer promotion tournament begins next Thursday. We will have some great teams competing for a spot in the summer split here in Cologne, of course. And if you'd like to join us here in Cologne, you can get over and buy your tickets. They are available right now, so get them while you still can.
And of course, we'd like to hear from you guys, so get on Twitter and tell us which European LCS player had the biggest influence on your own playstyle this split, and why.
There's a lot of players that have played some impressive, especially the supports and the junglers. They have been very impressive. I think you got to look at, say, Vander, maybe with those hooks as well. Kind of makes me want to play Thresh, but I can't do it as well. That's for sure. We want to hear your answers, though, so send them over to @LOLesports and use the hashtag LCS so we can highlight our favorite responses later in this show.